a Thursday, and of course, you're welcome to your #1 entertainment show here on JoyNews on Multi TV. The name is Let's Talk Showbiz. My name is Doreen Avio, and today Stonebwoy is in the news. Nanama McBrown is also in the news, and also Jay-Z and Beyonce have renewed their vows. But most importantly, we also have our spotlight segment today. The show is Let's Talk Showbiz. Do stay with me.
Let's Talk Showbiz.
Now, if you just joined me, this is Let's Talk Showbiz, and we're starting with dancehall artist Stonebwoy. Now, Stonebwoy has called on Ghanaians, and if I say Ghanaians, he's calling musicians, actors, people from the entertainment industry, ordinary Ghanaians, fans of Kwesi Arthur, to vote for him to win this year's BET Viewers' Choice Best International Act Award. He has been nominated. Yes, if you go on social media, he has lots of likes, he has lots of comments, but most importantly, we all need to go out there and vote for the young man, and that is what Stonebwoy is calling on all of us to do so. So if you haven't voted yet, go do so.
So the support there, like you said, will be very, very necessary. And at the end, they know we say they support me alone. The support is necessary because we do what we have to do as artists. I sure say every artist, they play his or her role. And every time we talk, say support our own. I don't want to also say that the people know they support. They support, but Charlie, like for instance, we know no Ghana artist mainstream get like an international category nomination at the BETs this year. Be too good of a look. So but I see Kwesi Arthur got nominated for the I Pick Viewers' Choice whatever, if I'm right, and that they make me happy. I just realized and I say yes. So at least now I name day ones and then I pray say we go win. See.
Let's Talk Showbiz.
And that was dancehall artist Stonebwoy on his arrival, interacting with some media personnel after his One Music Fest concert in London. Now, away from that, actress Nanama McBrown hopes to be in school in the next 2 years. I am quite surprised and shocked. That's because there's a revelation. So the actress says she only holds a JSS certificate, and that is what she's been doing, or she's been working with for the past years. She's good in her movies, she speaks very well, and she's so unique. And well, I guess Nanama's story will touch somebody out there, but it's so beautiful, and she just revealed this to my colleague Miss G.
I think I was born a natural comedian, not just for the screens, in my home, with friends, with fans. It was God-given. I don't struggle to be in front of the cameras. I just love it to be there. And when you love something, you don't even think of it twice, right? You give it all out. And movie is all I have. Being in front of the camera, the screen is all I have. I'm a JSS graduate, So this is all I have, and that's why I give my best. Mm-hmm.
You have intentions to go back to school?
Oh, of course. Of course.
When will you start from Nana? Will you go back to SS? So how will you get there? With what certificate? With the JSS certificate, or how will you get there?
Go back,
so
requirements.
To go back?
Oh, yes. But so see, I know I'm doing a lot of things. I have scheduled myself for the next 2 years. I'm doing personal projects. When I'm done, I don't want to go to school and think of the other thing I have to do.
Let's Talk Showbiz.
Right, so that was actress Nanama McBrown, and I must commend her for her good job. She is a spectacular actress. I love her acting and everything about her. So yes, next 2 years, as you heard, that she will go back to school. Now, to some international stories before we go on to our spotlight segment. So Beyonce and her husband, we call them the power couple. Yes, they renewed their vows at a concert. That's their On the Run tour concert, and it was beautiful. They've been married for years, and it was just beautiful. If you missed out on that concert or you were not there, this is how they did it at the concert.
According to Daily Mail,
Video footage broadcast during the concert at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff showed the pair dressed in white, apparently exchanging vows, and it certainly wasn't from their 2008 ceremony. The power couple kicked off their highly anticipated world tour in the Welsh capital with an electrifying show which featured lots of home video footage from the Carter household. Hidden among the montage was a clip of the intimate setting attended by the twins, Rumi and Seh, as well as their older sister, 6-year-old Blue Ivy. The theme of the tour, a follow-up from the original joint run in 2014, was "This is real love," an assured declaration that their marriage is now on rock-solid ground. The relationship has weathered rough waters, inevitably in full view of the world and summarized in their music.
Let's talk showbiz.
And that was Beyonce and her husband Jay-Z. We call them the power couple. Now for our Spotlight segment today, guess who our guest is for the show today?
Just that pull up in a Mercedes. So they watch it rock out to Mercedes. MOG is a gospel artist within the gospel fraternity, and basically what I do is inspirational music. I do gospel music, and I also do hip-hop music, gospel hip-hop music to be specific. Yeah, I'm Ghanaian, and the name MOG simply stands for Man of God, and I'm a pastor of Royal House Chapel, so I decided to brand myself MOG to allow the younger ones to identify with me, because when the pastor of an office of a pastor is fed upon you, it brings certain limitations and all that. So I decided to go by the name MOG to make the younger ones identify with me, since I also move with the youth a lot. Yeah, I've been singing almost about, I can say about 8 years, a decade now. Yeah, I've been singing about a decade now. It's basically gospel, but I can explore other genres within the gospel, music. I don't really want to go beyond gospel. I just want to stay within my confines. It started, when I was a kid, basically, and the music was within me. My father sings, so it just was inborn, and I loved music from my childhood. I started playing the drums when I was a child, and I learned how to play the trumpet, the keyboard, the bass guitar, and I started singing at church, and I realized that, hey, I have the voice to sing, so I can also take that up, and that's how it started, and I've been doing that. I took it serious about a decade ago, and as a full-time job and all that. Well, there's not much of a difference, because it's basically the same thing. I'm driven by a passion, and that passion is what moves me to do whatever I'm supposed to do, whether looking at it business-wise or in the church, so basically that's. It's getting better, and it can get better, They are putting systems in place to help the musicians in Ghana. Gamro and music are putting some systems in place to help musicians in Ghana. So it's getting better, but it can really get better as time goes on. That would be copyright issues, and royalties issues. If we had the opportunity, that's what I'll probably work on. If they had a very strong system to work on that, so that people's creativity can be rewarded for what they do. Because a lot of people do a lot of creative works and there's no reward for it, and just go down the drain and all that. So that's what I'll really focus on. Aside music, I have an IT company that I run. I have a set of programmers and networking engineers that I work with. I'm a system analyst, so I bring the project on and they do the hardware. I'll go for music. And the reason why I'm doing IT is because in the university, that's what basically I studied for, and I need to do something to support the music, to bring the music up. So that is the business I do to support the music for now, to bring the music back. If I have to choose between music and the IT, I'll definitely go for music because that's my passion. That's where I feel fulfilled, and that's where I have joy. You know, I don't struggle to do music. It just comes naturally. Yeah, I'm married actually. Yeah. No. I don't have a side chick because I'm married. What's he hating? I've been making it big. Cause I'm born a winner, not a loser, man. I'm a son of a king. Oh, yeah. I've been making it big. Oh, through Christ, I'll be making it big. No doubt about that. I'll be making it big. Oh, through Christ, I'll be making it big. Yeah, I'll be making it big. So the latest thing about me is I released a song with Sarkodie. He's a childhood friend, so I linked up with him and he was willing to do it. So I recorded a song with him, and that's what is on the air now, and we're pushing it and, you know, making it big. For me, I think that's a very wrong ideology. And I always say this, and I'm saying it again, there's a place for the secular artists in the church. There's a place of love, there's a place of comfort, there's a place of acceptance, there's a place of fellowship, you know, and if only the church will embrace these secular artists and grant them the necessary covering and love, it would have an effect on their life in terms of the content they put out there, in terms of how they carry themselves in society, because they have a lot of followers and they influence a lot of people. So if these people don't really have guidance, some of them ending up very bad. But if they had the support of these men of God and these churches to support them and teach them the way to go, I'm sure most of the mistakes they make, they wouldn't have made them. So, I'm really against the separation between gospel music and secular music. Then we should have a Christian bank. Then we should have a Christian restaurant joint. We should have a Christian wear and all those things. You know, I'm totally against it. I'm sure it's just some people trying to feed their ego or trying to protect their own interests and all that. So I'm against it. In the gospel fraternity, who I look up to has always been Neokai. You know, Neokai, he has been my spiritual father in terms of gospel music. But if I look at my next collaboration, I'm looking at doing a song with Nathan Abase. He's in Nigeria. But in terms of secular artists, I'm looking at doing a song with Stoneboy. I'm looking at doing a song with Kwame Eugene. I mean, all the guys who are out there doing great things and are very focused on what they are doing. Once we are able to get them to write on a gospel song, we are laying a seed in their life, you know, and these things will go a long way to inform certain things that they do and how they talk to you, how they relate with you and all that. Yeah.
Let's talk showbiz.
Right, so that'll be it for Let's Talk Showbiz today's edition. I'm Doreen Avio. Remember to log on to myjoyonline.com for more of our stories. Do enjoy your evening.